First communication question on this quiz. Explain by indicating the steps required to verify that the quadrilateral DEFG is a rectangle. No calculations are required. Be sure to identify which sides and formulas are required for each step, as well as what conclusions should be reached. Okay, so it's a communication problem. So what we should do is we should really list out all our steps. Now, let's make a quadrilateral and let's make it in the form of a rectangle when we have to prove it to be a rectangle, right? So let's say this is our rectangle. Quadrilateral is any four-sided figure, right? And rectangle is special kind where the opposite sides are same and each angle is at right angles, correct? Quadrilateral could be like any way, right? Quadrilateral could be any way. So it could be like this, okay? But that is special, and we have to just show that our quadrilateral is actually a rectangle. So what we can start from here also, but let's make it like a rectangle. And D, E, F, G are the vertices. So it's best to label them in one order. So D, E, F, and G. So that becomes our quadrilateral. So first thing is sketch your quadrilateral. So it's better to explain what you're trying to do. Now that's step number one, is sketch DEFG quadrilateral, right? Step number two, what we should do is we should prove that the opposite sides are of the same length, correct? So what we need to prove is that DE is equal to FG and DG is equal to EF. How do you find length? For doing this, length formula is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square root, correct? This is bracket. So that's the formula you're going to use, the distance formula between any 2 points. Third is that slope of line DE should be negative reciprocal to the slope of line EF, correct? So we can say slope of DE is equal to negative 1 over slope of EF. And how do you find slope? Slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, correct? Now, so if these lines have negative reciprocal slope, they are at right angles. So we prove that this angle is 90 degrees. Now, since these two sides are equal and these two sides are equal, they should be 90 degree also, right? But to be on safe side, we can do the same for the other two sides, right? That is, or we'll now we can show that these sides are parallel, right? So we can say that D and G and E and F are parallel. So how do you show that? So we say slope of DG is equal to slope of EF. For slope, same formula, y2 minus y1. So we have proved this line is perpendicular to this line and this line is parallel to this line. So what we are proving now is these lines are parallel, right? Earlier here, what did we prove? The sides are equal. Do you see that? Correct? So now if we prove that much, these two lines are parallel, that means this angle is also 90 degrees, right? And well, you can do the same for DG and GF, but it is not required. Since the sides are same and these two lines are parallel, and all the four sides, opposite sides are equal, that is not required, right? So it'll be a bit more on the safe side. Well, if you want, you can write. So you can also write here that you can say DE is parallel to GF. So slope of DE is equal to slope of GF. That means this is parallel to this. Correct? That will also serve the purpose. Correct? Since these two are parallel, these are parallel, and one I've already shown 90 degrees, that should be 90 degrees also. Correct? That's how we can show that our given quadrilateral is a rectangle. Okay? Thank you.